The Philadelphia Eagles are world champions, winning Super Bowl 59 in blowout fashion and securing the second Lombardi trophy for the proud franchise. Joining us now is one of the greatest football players to ever come out of the state of Hawaii and a proud Eagles alum, Rich Miano, who spent part of his 10 NFL seasons in Philly. Aloha and good morning, my friend. Thanks for stopping by with us.
It's a good morning.
Yes, congratulations to you and the Eagles franchise. What do you make of the game that happened yesterday?
It was kind of dominating from the very beginning, and I don't think any prognosticators could have thought that they would win so dominantly. When you talk about Kansas City, 23 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of the coin, if somebody would have told you that if you can hold Saquon Barkley under 100 yards, then the Chiefs are going to win. And you just don't know what to expect, because if Patrick Mahomes has the ball in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, guess what? They're going to win the football game. They're going for the three-peat. So this was just a resounding victory. Best roster in the NFL, and there's a local flavor with Jordan Dizon and Chris Naioli being part of that scouting organization.
Yeah, they get Super Bowl rings, which is awesome. Congratulations to them. The defensive performance, one for the ages, especially in the first half. You know, Patrick Mahomes, like you said, they only had 23 yards. You saw some of the action from Jalen Hurts right there, the tush-push to get the scoring started from Philadelphia, but it was really the front four for the Eagles. What do you make of the defensive performance?
The filthy four. From the very beginning, I told my son, Kupa, I go, Kupa, look at the pass rush. Look at the pressure. And they're getting to the level of the football, which means they're not allowing Patrick Mahomes to create, which he does so wonderfully. I thought the dominance up for Cooper DeJean, you think of Quinion Mitchell, you think of guys like Zach Bond, you start thinking about how he rose and how he constructed this defense that was 32nd in the National Football League 2 years ago to like the #1 defense in football. To me, this was one of the greatest defensive turnarounds, and that's what wins football games. Even Jalen Hurts, I think Saquon said after the game, defense wins championships.
Yeah, it sure does. Cooper DeJean, part of that, looked like a young Rich Miano out there. So you had 8 interceptions in your career in Philadelphia, spent 4 seasons there. You know, in your time with the city of brotherly love, what do you think let's look at some of the action right there. Look at that. The number 38, look at you barely age, my friend. So look at some of the action, right there. We also had an interception of Troy Aikman right here. Check that out. Look at that, picking off a Hall of Famer, Coach. So what does this mean for the city of brotherly love?
It means so much. And when I was there, it was back at the Vet, and they had actually a jail, a prison in the stadium because that's how crazy the fans were. The partying, what's happening on Broad Street last night. They had to grease the telephone poles because of people climbing up. I mean, this is a city that is so deserving, and it's just blue-collar tough, and there is Broad Street.
Yeah, look at all the folks out there, all the Eagles fans. You could hear the crowd roaring right after the final whistle, the Fly Eagles Fly anthem, so that was really cool. The one thing these Eagles don't have is the cool uniform that you had, so we saw a little bit of that action. We got your helmet right here, your old helmet, which you're kind enough to bring by, and then the old jersey. Dude, these Kelly green threads, these are as good as it gets. I love the Eagles logo right here. Man, these are sweet.
Yeah, a guy like Rob DeMello, who to me is the uniform consultant of the University of Hawaii and just cares so much about swag. This is the ultimate swag. It may be 31 years old. The helmet looks like something out of Back to the Future or whatever else. But this was what we actually played in. And trust me, this is one of my proudest moments in the National Football League.
So cool to see all this old gear. Okay, so we are familiar with Jalen Hurts because of his relationship with Tua Tagovailoa. Obviously, you flash back to the 2018 National Championship game. Tua takes over in the second half against Georgia, throws the game-sealing touchdown to DeVonta Smith. Jalen Hurts never gave up, right? His story of perseverance, he gets to throw the game-sealing touchdown pass in the Super Bowl to DeVonta Smith. Kind of a cool circle there. What do you make of what he was able to accomplish and really the inspiration it could be for any of us?
Well, I think even the game that he got, Tua took his place in the national championship. You could see after the game that Jalen Hurts was a great teammate. You obviously knew the work ethic was there in terms of how strong he is, the focus. But when you get demoted and when you have to switch universities, there might go your NFL dream. But it didn't not only go, he continued to. And I thought 2 years ago, he was the best player in the Super Bowl, although they lost, so he wasn't the MVP. You look at his 2 Super Bowl victories in terms of completion percentage, touchdowns, just being the field general. That was one of the greatest Super Bowl performances by a quarterback in 2 Super Bowls, and he's still relatively young.
Yeah, amazing what the future can hold for a guy like that. Listening to them talk about him having the confetti as his iPhone lock screen, like that guy is so internally motivated. And you can tell the results were right there. All right, Rich Miano, one of the great football minds that we know. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing all your thoughts with us this morning.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you and the Eagles fans.